No, this is part of it all. Hey you guys, it is Shayna J here, owner of Apata Plantain. Dang, I wish we had the mic. Owner of Apata Plantain in Smyrna, Georgia, and this is an update video of the shop being open. So guess what? We're open. Unfortunately, the last video that we have up was me trying to decide, what POS systems we were going to use, and things just got hectic. So speaking of hectic, we are out right now in a hectic situation. We are supposed to be picking up inventory and it's delayed. Things happen. A lot of plant shops here in the city use a lot of the same nurseries, and so they kind of load us all on the same truck when they come and make deliveries, and things just get shuffled, delayed, rescheduled, all the things. So I figured I would take this time right now to kind of give you guys a brief update. We're gonna go ahead and maybe start a series. I'm not sure what we'll call it, just bringing you all the way to what's currently going on in the shop. If you are watching this video in real time, actually we are having a Black Friday sale this weekend, so if you want to stop by, the information will be below. So where we are, or where we left off, we had some challenges with our contractor in regards to finishing off, to get our certificate of occupancy. So the fire extinguisher and the emergency stuff in the building, it was really a lot, you guys. Getting permits here is a process where everything, all your T's have to be crossed and your I's have to be dotted correctly before they give you that information. And it kind of got to the point where we really had to get, I guess stern is the word, and make some decisions that actually ended up working out in our favor. So one of the things that was on our list with the contractor was to refinish our floors, and we ended up basically cutting that off of the list, but it ended up working to our favor because that's kind of a conversational piece, statement piece in the shop where everybody loves the floors. We love the floors how they were. We just really had them cleaned and shined very well, and so that was kind of, I guess, what you call a happy accident. But when you're in business and you're working with so many different companies or so many different moving parts, you have to make decisions on the fly. Budget constraints happen, and so we made it. So it worked out very well. The permits portion of it really kind of stressed me out a little bit because I guess in the system you have to get permits from the county and you have to get permits from the state, and then you have to get a certain type of permit for like electrical. You have to get a permit for the structures that are going up inside. You have to get in order to get your final certificate of occupancy, you have to have, like I said, your fire extinguisher and your emergency stuff done. And so apparently things had changed, processes and procedures had changed within the county, which the contractor didn't know or was not brought current with in terms of however they used to do it versus how it needed to be done. And there was a little bit of discrepancy on who did the work and should I pay them for it when I actually did the work. And it's just it was a learning curve process. I don't know, the actual design of the shop was all credit to my father-in-law. Everything in the shop was built by him, installed by him, and we love it. I'm talking about, it is beautiful. Again, if you're in the area, stop by and get the experience yourself. It's just a whole vibe. Now the centerpiece, the main piece in the shop, was designed by my husband, my co-owner, and that piece is just amazing. What that structure, how he designed it, was basically it's kind of like a pyramid where you can stack plants and products and just the design and decor and things that we have in the shop. So it's it goes from a very wide platform at the bottom, and then it gets skinny, and then we have basically our huge statement plant at the top. So when you walk in, you get this wow factor, you know. So everything from oh my goodness to it smells good in here and it's just very botanical. The pros of it is that, you know, we have a lot of storage space within the middle of the pyramid, and so we can feature things along the perimeter of it. But the drawback is that we did not design it in a way to where we could have, you know, plants in the middle because there's no lighting in the middle. Another kind of sort of drawback too is it's so huge that it's like, you know, moving it and kind of redesigning it in the shop would be a challenge. I'm still working on that, y'all, but it's still, you know, an amazing centerpiece right now. And then when you walk in off to the left, we have a huge I guess shelves to the left, and that has all of the lighting going throughout each shelf, and so a lot of the plants there are displayed, you know, in a grand way. So we have more rares, like we have like a rare section, and then some plants that need more light, but some plants you just want to feature. You know, we kind of have the feature plants in the middle of that structure, and it's just really nice. Again, large plants on the top, shelves or even overflow plants are at the top, and we still have, you know, those same plants placed sporadically throughout the shop. And to the right of the shop, I sourced some really nice wooden tables from some local furniture shop here in, I think it was actually in Midtown Atlanta. And so we use those tables for events that we have at the shop, potting classes and paint and plant classes and terrarium classes and all the classes that we've had over the spring and the summer. So you know, very multifunctional with the furniture that we have currently. Ultimately, like my vision for the plan, and it may come to fruition at some point in the future, was to have also a lot of hanging plants coming down from the ceiling. And being new in the space, just kind of knowing what it can manage in terms of weight and clearance and stuff like that, you know, we still didn't know that up front. So hubby did like a workaround where on the right side, the windows to the right, when you walk in, he created like a hanging rope that I ended up loving, and people do as well for hanging plants, and they just kind of, you know, curtain the windows on the right. Additionally, there was some empty wall space toward the back of the shop, and the rear basically of the shop, that my father-in-law was able to put some hanging racks. You don't always kind of get what you want, you know, when you're in business too. You have to make some compromises, and then your vision can evolve, you know, as time goes on. This is our first year. Actually, this month is our first year at the shop, so yay. And so I feel like from the beginning to now, we've come a long way. I am going to subtly make a few little changes in the shop now that it's the holidays, just to kind of, you know, just get a different vibe, a more cozy holiday vibe. So we'll see, you know, what that brings next year. So there's a feature wall in the back. When you first walk in, you can see it, but you can see it from outside. It is beautiful. It was hand painted or hand drawn by a very close family friend that we all love. We love it. Really accents the space very well. It really completes the space very well. Again, very botanical. That's basically like a brief update, brain dump basically of where we are now and some of the things that happened, you know, that kind of paused these vlogs. But it is kind of chilly out here, you guys, now, and so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. We are going to wait for this plant delivery to come. So if you want more behind the scenes at the shop and our daily lives, then follow our vlog channel, Shayna J and Erin. And if you want more about the business, then follow us here, or subscribe here, or follow us over on Instagram at A Pot to Plant In. I hope to see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we will see you in the next update.